Hey, everybody, hey, listen. Hey, listen, everybody, calm down, all right? For better or for worse, I'm a pundit, right? I would love nothing more than nonstop silly goose time, but sometimes I gotta get serious, brother. Before we start, I just want to say, it isn't the end of the world, all right? Everything's gonna be fine. Everybody chill out there, all right? I'm gonna rant for a bit over some tunes and some sweet art from Magic's history. Now, before we start, we have to contextualize what's going on in the Magic community right now. I'd like to read Wizard's statement on the future of Commander. The past week has been tumultuous for Commander fans, members of the Commander Rules Committee, and the Magic community as a whole. And I ran too, but we're not talking about that. But along the way, we've seen players and fans share a diverse range of passions, opinions, far too many of which were harmful or malicious. Come on, dude. Below and over the next few days and weeks, we will be discussing quite a bit about Commander, starting with the most pressing. Over the past week, the conversation has escalated, culminating with unacceptable personal threats to the safety of the Commander Rules Committee. This is something we will not tolerate. No matter how you feel about something in Magic, it's never appropriate to threaten somebody, right? Tell that to old Nikki G at the LGS, dude, when somebody plays Expropriate. I start threatening, dude. I start throwing stuff around, brother. Just kidding. Everyone at Wizards of the Coast is united on this front. We will not hesitate to take action. We're going to call them the Pinkertons, against individuals who threaten to harm community members or employees. This week has also demonstrated the truly monumental task that faced the Commander Rules Committee. The Commander RC is made up of 5 talented, caring individuals, all with other jobs and lives, which they must balance with managing the most popular format in Magic. It resulted in incredible amounts of work, time spent deliberating, and exposure to the public. Nobody deserves to feel unsafe for supporting the game they love. Unfortunately, the task of managing Commander has far outgrown the scope and safety of being attached to any 5 people. So today, in partnership with members of the existing Rules Committee, we are announcing that the Rules Committee is giving management of the Commander format to the game design team of Wizards of the Coast. So basically they're abdicating their responsibilities, they're dissolving themselves, and they're going back to doing whatever they were doing. That's insane, bro. Who is sending death threats? I mean, listen, man, I've gotten quite a few death threats in my day, man. People are like, I'm gonna get you, brother. I'm gonna get you, Nikki G. And I say, bring it on, dude. You get on the internet, boom, you get some death threats, all right? So here come all the pundits out there. Here come the voices of the community. Hey, guys, I'm against threats, man. Hey, I stand against crime and murder, too. What are you going to come out against next? War? Come on, dude. Don't do any murderous crimes, right? Of course, yeah. Like, who's going to come out for death threats? Nobody wants anybody to get death threats. That's insane. Like, I even have to say, don't do that, man. I mean, that scares some people. Obviously, if somebody's sitting at home on the couch with their dog and all of a sudden it's like, I'm coming to your house, I'm going to kill you. It's like, all right, geez, dude. What the heck? I'm not doing anything over here. So one question I always ask myself when someone asks me to do something, or when I'm evaluating some activity that I'm going to do, is, what does this translate to in American dollars? I don't even know who's on the Rules Committee. Honestly, I don't care, dude. I just know that they probably weren't paid. And if I'm not getting paid to do something, I ain't doing it. Don't get me wrong, though. You pay me enough, I'll go up on the roof and hang the shingles, man. I don't care. Show me that loot. You know what I'm saying? These guys weren't getting paid, or if they were, it wasn't enough. So after getting a bunch of flack and death threats, I would quit too. Now, the people out there who were having these little tantrums, the people who were sending bile, think that they won. But what have they won, dude? It's kind of a Pyrrhic victory. Oh, look, the Rules Committee ran away. We're so based, we banished them, So you won Wizards taking control of the format, which nobody wanted, to be honest. These people, the internet trolls, they aren't serious people, man. People who are threatening people on the internet are most likely people who couldn't make it off the couch to carry out a revolution against the big Rules Committee anyway. These are people who get DoorDash Big Macs, all right? And it was always a little weird to me that Wizards didn't control this format anyway. They control every format, As a small subversive format where old cards went to die, I guess it kind of made sense at the beginning, Once it became the most fun, best way to play Magic and a prime driver of the success or failure of the brand. I was surprised they left it to these dudes and ladies in their silo over there. Wizards has control of Commander. Okay, they have control of every other single format that exists, unless some bros get together and make one up in their basement. And you can do that if you want to. No banless Commander sounds fun to me, alright? I'll play with you. Once the rules were laid down and finalized, there really wasn't much to do for the rules committee. Just watch Wizards ruin it by over monetizing it and printing too many cards directly into the format. You had these two entities, right? But only one was actually printing the cards. So didn't they already control it anyways? The RC guys said, hey man, don't print that. They printed it anyway. Hey man, can you not make a Jeweled Lotus? It's gonna kind of ruin everything. Nah fam, we're gonna make it. We gotta sell these packs, brother. Wizards always kind of had control of it anyway. If people upset by the bans, okay, be upset. I was bummed when they banned Golos. I had a whole deck I had to take apart. I got into heated discussions with my bros about it, but no death threats took place. I took the deck apart, went on my way, haven't even really thought about it since. And then boom, bans, dude. Mana Crypt and Jeweled Lotus seem to be the sticky points for people. These are pricey cards with bling bling fancy versions printed by Wizards. People have paid hundreds of dollars for their cards and they're mad that they're banned. Well, guess what? Too bad, dude. It just is what it is. The cards are banned now. Oh well, maybe you shouldn't buy these crazy expensive cards, I guess, dude. Set yourself a reasonable budget. I don't know, man. I can't really shame people for buying cards, though. Listen, I just bought $13 worth of cards myself. But listen, I'm an old man, right? I've worked a lot of jobs. Some of the jobs I've worked have been in emergency services, jobs where I do see the end of the world, at least for one person. I could tell some stories, but I won't because they are literally the most awful things a person could ever see. Sometimes people say, oh geez, what's the worst thing you've ever seen doing that? Well, one thing I can say is that the worst thing I've ever seen isn't banning cards or Wizards taking control of the format. It's gonna be fine, dude, trust me. I will say that the biggest danger to this format is super staples like Mana Crypt and Jeweled Lotus. These cards are so good, there's no reason not to run them in every single deck, except super low mana cost commander deck, something like that. If your commander is 1 mana, skip the Lotus. If it's above 3 mana or 3 mana, you might as well slot it in, dude. Well, not now, it's banned, but before. And I don't think that's a really good thing for the format, having all these super staples. I don't think Wizards taking over is a good thing for the format. I really don't, dude. But I'm going to be alive tomorrow. I'm going to be on 2 legs and doing everything I can in this world to make a difference, man. And you guys are going to be there too with me. You're going to be doing whatever you do. I don't know what you do. It's going to be fine, dude. This bracket stuff, 4 brackets, seems dumb in a game where the card pool is so massive. Just don't print super staples, man, alright? Wizards, come on. Encourage creative deck building for synergy. Put your thinking caps on. Come up with some creative cards. Hey, what bracket are you in, Jimmy? Oh, I'm in bracket 2.5. Okay, cool. I'm going to bust out my pub stomping bracket 4 deck that I'll lie about and say is bracket 2.5. It solves nothing. The Rule Zero idiots out there will still be doing this stuff where it's like, let's have a nice conversation, and then they say, all right, let's have the conversation. I'm going to do whatever I want anyway. Although, it would be neat if there was an all-seeing arbiter, an AI that could read the deck list and give me an immediate reading on your bracket. That'd be nice. Like if an AI could read synergy, mana production, ability to adapt to threats, all that stuff. Those various indices of what make a deck pretty good. Do that, Wizards. Build an AI, dude. Don't have the AI working on solving the various wars or world hunger. Just let me know what bracket I'm in. I don't know, if it was up to me, I think they should just revamp the whole deal. Just unban everything. Who cares about fun cards or sad cards and my precious feelings? It's a 100-card singleton. In a game with hundreds of infinites, who cares, man? No bans. Any previously banned cards that you're running, then you're in tier 1. That's it. Or tier 4, whatever the most powerful one is. But then have Moxfield or Archidect tell you that you have a huge number of tier 4 cards, brother. Just take it down a notch, dude. I play in a mid to high, but shy of CDH power level, and there are lots of mismatches. It's kind of fun that way. Like in a fighting game, Sagat is the best character in Street Fighter 4, right? But he gets countered by Chun-Li and Blanca, but they suck in general, blah blah blah, you get the idea. Decks don't have to be perfectly balanced to have a good time. Often power down for game 2 if I dominated in game 1, try to match the power level a little better. I mean, the big problem, and what the bracket system is supposed to correct, is that when you travel to a game store, you face off against 4 dudes who have no concept of what they can be playing against. They want to play against one another and have a good time. But Magic is a game of hidden information. You can't pore over your opponent's deck list to scrutinize if they're a tier 2 or a tier 7. That gives you the hidden information. My buddy Kevin always says there's pre-con level and everything else. Kind of agree with that. Now listen, just take a second and ask yourself why you play Commander, why you build Commander decks. I was enticed to play for the first time in 2013 or thereabouts. What really captivated me was building around a central legend, really getting down to the essence of that legend and making something fun and creative. The 100-card singleton nature, the creativity of the pool, the cards afforded you, and the fact that 4 people had a chance to impact a game. It was balanced by being unbalanced, and it was fun, dude. We play for fun. At least most of us do. So what are you going to do? Is this going to stop you from having fun? You can't stop me, dude. I'm going to have fun even if I have to pull some dude's sternum out, because that's better, Commander, brother. Nikki G signing off.